Good morning, Glam Angels. This is Melissa checking in from almost sunny California. I'm just going to go over everything I did this morning. Obviously, I've done a lot of work prior to this video, but I'm short on time. So we'll go over it really fast. I'll make sure I show you all the products and the techniques, and then we'll kind of finish the look off. And then, of course, I'll follow up with the finished look photo. So this morning for my eyebrows, I took my Music Flower eyebrow powder in brown that I got from wish.com. I used my eyebrow brush. I took a little bit of the powder and filled in my natural arch with the powder just to kind of darken it a little bit. I then took the Fit Me concealer in medium, number 25 by Maybelline, and my concealer brush. I took a little bit off the top and I proceeded to draw a straight line. My natural eyebrow starts to round a little about here, but I just took that line straight out with the concealer and I went over it a few times, and then I started to round it out towards the end. I flipped the brush and then I proceeded to drag down to create this sharp point here. I then jumped to the next eyebrow, did the same thing, flipped it, and then created the point, and then I reapplied concealer to do the straight line across. I then took the spoolie brush, proceeded to drag outward to create the fade so that it wasn't too dark and too blunt here in the front. And then I took my Dream Goddess pencil and just kind of went over to sharpen the lines up just a little bit more. Blended the contour down underneath and blended the contour up on top until I added my foundation. Now, this morning I used Q715 Natural Hue CoverGirl Queen Collection in Almond Glow. And I took it and I put a little bit of my brush and I just kind of dabbed over like my spots. You guys know the areas that I like to cover the most, here on my cheeks and just here in the middle of my forehead. I used that, blended it out really good, and then I set with my Fit Me in Coconut 355. It is a set and smooth powder, and it does pretty good. But of course, I'm still waiting on my cream refill from Anastasia in Cinnamon. That is probably my favorite so far, but this is a very, very close second. So that's what I've done so far. I took a separate brush and I took a little bit of my nutmeg and I just kind of went over my cheeks a little bit. I do have pinks and reds for rouge. I just prefer the earth tones. My top this morning has lots of blues and purples and greens, and yellows, and it's just a really funky, pretty top. And so I'm going to use Heroin by MAC this morning, and it has a bit of a purple to it, and then of course you'll see that in the finished look. I'm not going to do lashes today. I did lashes yesterday in my video and it was just too much work. It was really weird. They kept rubbing up against my glasses and I just wasn't a fan. I used to wear them religiously and nope, I just found a mascara that worked for me, which is the Scandalized Flex. So I want to do a smoky eye this morning, but of course I'm a rebel and I'm going to do it how I please. So I'm going to try something that I haven't done yet. And while it's black and it's for the eyes, I'm going to see what my smoky eye looks like if I use this powder in black. So bear with me. So I'm not going to put too much because I don't want to look like a raccoon, but I want to make sure. And I'll go back and I'll clean it up, of course, but I just wanted to know how well it would work as a smoky eyeshadow. And considering it's black, it's okay. I do have a black eyeshadow. It's not extremely pigmented, So I find myself applying several layers, even more than here, but we'll see if this works this morning. Now, normally I would do the eyes first because some of the eyeshadow will fall here, and then, you know, you get into trying to wipe it off, and then you wipe off your foundation, and it just gets crazy and messy. And I'm going to use another mirror so I can see better. But not too bad. Not too bad at all. You probably wouldn't know had I not done the video that I used that particular powder, but not bad at all. I kind of like it. So I'm just going to clean it up. I'm going to use my mascara. And they say not to pump because you're pumping air into it. So I like to just kind of run around the rim just to have it. You don't have to. And then I start at the very base of my eyelash and I roll as I pull forward. It just feels a lot better. I know that the entire lash is being coated when I do that, and it extends when I go from the base. Again, I'm going to start at the base. I'm going to roll and pull forward. And I'm trying not to do that, you know, that mascara look where you're like with your mouth open. I don't know why that is, but it just seems to work. I'm going to focus towards the end. I like how my eyelashes kind of stand out and curl and are a little sharper towards the ends. So that's where I'm going to focus my angle, and most of my mascara is going to be towards the outer corners of my eyelash. And that will give me the look that I desire. And then I'm going to take, and you can't really see it, but I'm going to take my Master Precise Eye Studio in black. And this is also by Maybelline. And I'm just going to go over the edges so that if I missed any eyeshadow between my mascara, there aren't any spots that are missing. And okay, there we go. There's the top. So that's all I'm going to do for that. I'm going to go back into here, dab it just a little bit. And then I'm going to go under with the powder just on the corners, just to kind of give it a little depth, a little illusion that there's a shadow or a fade there. Not too much. I've got enough black on my eyes, so I definitely don't want to create a situation where it's getting in my eyes and my eye is burning, and that's a whole nother beast. So yeah, there we go. And of course I'm using Heroin by MAC, and mine melted a little bit. So I'm a little ashamed to show you how it looks. So I won't. But trust me, it works just the same. So instead of rolling it up, I'm going to put it on a brush because, again, the hot California sun has ruined my beloved Heroin. And so you can see the color. It is a matte finish, which of course is the key to my heart. A good matte finish is happiness in a little tube. And so I'm going to finish up here, but you know what my colors are. You know what I've done this morning. And I will see you at the finished look. Continue to be beautiful. Continue to glam forward. And as always, go Army.